everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Everything is fine here on Detention Block AA 23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Bogey, here to talk Star Wars with all you fans out there. To get the business elements out of the way really quick, if you're listening to us right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment, rate, review, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. Every little thing that you do definitely helps us get our channel and podcast name out there amongst all the other Star Wars ones, and there are quite a bit. As a reminder, once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a little prize giveaway. And then when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving away one of these lightsabers, one of these Theory Saber lightsabers. It's the good ones. You don't want to miss out on this. It's ones that you can actually duel with and everything. So uh, we want to give one away. So help us get to 500 subscribers. Make sure your name is public, and that way we know who to put into the drawing once we get to those numbers. So looking forward to it. Also, our chat is up and running, so if you're listening to us, feel free to chime in, voice your opinion, ask us a question, anything. We'll bring you in as part of the conversations just as much as Bogey and I are. And we love talking about Star Wars, so let's talk about it with you guys as well. um First things first. Well, first things first. How are you doing, Bogey? What's going on? I know it's a new year and it's been a couple of weeks since we recorded, so we're at season 6 now. And this is you. I mean, you've been on now for over a year. Is this your technically like your third season you've been a part of? Because
Year and a half.
yeah, because I think you joined in season 4 and have been here all of season 5, and now are starting season 6
Yep,
with it.
yep. I was just gonna ask you, can you do you see am I on?
No, I can't see. No, yeah, I can see you.
No. Okay, good.
um.
Um
Oh, go
so
ahead. Sorry.
but no, yeah. Great last year, and now we're on to what year is it? 2020? No.
We were just talking about like how much older we're getting and how much our bodies are hurting. And I have a hernia. He might have a what is that?
Hernia disc.
Herniated disc. So it's like we're falling apart at the seams,
We're getting old.
but we're still here to talk Star Wars. Our eyes still work to watch. Our minds kind of still work to think, and our mouths definitely work to talk. So we're still here.
As long as we think that, but no.
Hey, they
I'm
say you're
kidding.
only as old as you feel, and man, we're feeling
There
pretty
you
old
go.
right now.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Um,
It was only the last time we recorded. You're like, oh yeah, back in 2017 or 2016. I was like, you mean 2026? You're like, oh God. You're like, yeah, I'm getting old.
yep, yep. Mine might not
You
be
know what
working
year?
actually.
What year we're in?
I don't want to remember what year it. You know, let's just go back to like the 90s. I keep on TikTok. Do you see like all these like 90s nostalgia things that like bring you
Hmm.
back to those times, like blockbusters or like video games of the time? Like,
Yep. Yep.
bring me back to those days when kids still played outside and Star Wars was still what it's been from the beginning. Like,
And if you had a game system, it was PS1.
oh yeah, yeah, and then N64.
N64
That was the one right there, the N64.
and play Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, that was a great game. My
All
favorite
kit.
of all time though is like Ocarina of Time, or however
Oh yeah,
I feel like people pronounce that
Zelda.
differently. Yeah, the Zelda
So
game. Majora's Mask was okay. I didn't like the timing element to that.
I'll kick anyone's ass in N64.
Smash Brothers,
Smash Brothers with. Can you take a guess?
Zelda, or Link, I should say.
Nope.
Yoshi.
Nope.
Oh, then who?
Mario.
Oh, you go basic a Nintendo with Mario.
Yeah, he had this like weird trick where I learned where you like if you were to like swipe, punch up or whatever, I there was a button you can click and then he would like kind of like woo, and like you kind of turn it into like invisible,
Okay.
where the attack wouldn't hit,
Okay. So
and
he's
then
kind of like the odd job of Smash Brothers. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yep. There you
Remember
go.
Odd Job from Bond? You always like play a
Yeah,
game. No one gets Odd Job. No one gets Odd Job.
GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember playing James Bond. What was that
No, that
one
was on
called?
N64. That was on N64.
No, but it
GoldenEye?
was but the GameCube one.
Oh, I don't know what the GameCube one was. I just remember GoldenEye on N64. That's the one I played.
Because I'm thinking about the map where there's like two different like huts or I don't know, cabins
Okay.
on a snowfield.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I didn't
Does
play
that
it.
that doesn't ring a bell?
Mm-mm. If that was on GameCube, because I played the Bond game on N64.
Okay, but no, but same element.
Sure.
Like it's a one hit kill, right? With the hat.
Oh, okay.
I remember I was playing Odd and I threw the hat across the entire map at the other cabin and it killed a guy I was playing with and he was so pissed. He's like, "How the hell did you get that?" I was like, "I don't know. I just yeet."
Dumb luck. Dumb luck.
Yep. So, anyways.
Yeah, the one kill in GoldenEye was the golden gun. I remember if you get in the golden gun and then you shoot someone.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I loved
Yep.
all the like the cheat modes, like big head mode, so everyone had like a big head, or like paintball mode, so like your gun shots have like paintball marks on everything. Like, oh, those were the days where everyone is like sitting at the same screen, so you can like see where everyone actually is.
Well, I still joke with some of our friends, especially AJ,
Sure.
when we play Halo.
I see.
You're
I
like,
never played Halo either.
"What?"
I wasn't an Xbox. I never had an Xbox.
Okay, well,
I know that might be disappointing.
but we always accused one of our friends of being a screen looker. They
Oh,
call it because you could see all four screens.
hmm.
Because
Cheaters.
you'd be running around the corner, all of a sudden here comes like a bazooka, like psh. You're like, how'd you know I was coming around the corner?
Ah,
So so
I don't know.
well, I don't know. I was like, okay,
I obviously didn't see you up in that top left corner of yours.
yeah, exactly. So
Oh, that's
any
hilarious.
a- anyways, yeah.
Um, yeah, so moving on to some Star Wars stuff. The first thing I just kind of want to talk about a little bit is the I guess you could call it news. I don't know. It's more than a rumor, I feel, and not quite official news, but Forbes reported on it. So it's fairly reliable in my opinion. And they got it from Puck News. So Forbes said a new report from the reliable Puck News says that Filoni is about to be tapped as co-president to run the creative side of Lucasfilm, i.e., all of Star Wars. This fellow co-president would be Lynwen Brennan, who would be on the executive side. So Filoni is currently the chief creative officer of Lucasfilm, as we all know, while Brennan is a general manager. Uh, but for the big moves, it seems it will fall to Filoni. So by the sound of it, everything's well, not everything, but Filoni will be taking over along with Brennan, Kathleen Kennedy's responsibilities for Star Wars. How does that make us feel? Personally, it makes me feel excited. Gives me some hope for future projects coming out. Before Ahsoka, to me, everything that or not Ahsoka, before the Acolyte came out, everything that Filoni touched, in my opinion, was gold. It had truly the best understanding of George Lucas outside of George Lucas. And his mind was just like in sync and with George Lucas's mind. Listening to some interviews from Filoni when he describes or explains some of the situations, whether it's in the prequels or in any of the movies or anything that George Lucas did, it's like he took it to another depth that just resonated very well for me. The Clone Wars show, the Rebels show, those animated shows are some of the best content we've received since George Lucas's original trilogy or prequel trilogy. So it really gives me a lot of hope for Star Wars. And if anything, it's a change, and change can be good. And I just feel like we've been just in a downward trend as of recent, outside of things like Rogue One, Andor, um, also like Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Underworld and stuff like that. Outside of a few things like that, a majority of the stuff is just gone downhill to me and just doesn't feel like George Lucas's Star Wars. So, how do you feel about Filoni taking over, Bogey?
No, yeah, no, I love the approach, the um what he's already brought
Yeah,
like the Star Wars fans and his shows that he's actually like you want to call it cat like totally was in charge, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
yep.
God, I'm trying to think of
So like the shows that he was running
yeah.
have been the
I mean,
bigger hits in your
yeah,
opinion.
because he did uh
Ahsoka.
he did Ahsoka, he did Rebels,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Right?
Rebels.
What are some of I've seen either clips or I've watched
You've
them.
seen you've seen a few seasons of Clone Wars. You haven't gotten to the good seasons yet.
Clone Wars.
You haven't seen
That's
the good seasons yet, though.
so, but he does a I think he does a fantastic job of trying to like maybe it's corny Clone Wars, but he tells a story very well.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm excited to see what is to come
yeah. I
in
I
the
f-
future.
I feel like, because you're right in terms of like the storytelling, I think that's what he excels in. And like with the acolyte, I know he kind of, I don't know how much involvement he had with it, but he gave it the like okay. Because I think he was head chief creative officer at that time, and I think he gave the green light for it. So I mean, he played a part in it one way or another, even though it wasn't that great of a show. But I mean, he did Ahsoka, and to me, Ahsoka is kind of like hit or miss, but he's still kind of under the umbrella of Kathleen Kennedy when he's doing that. So and he wasn't when he did like Clone Wars and Rebels. So it makes me wonder if you take off like the constraints that potentially Kathleen Kennedy is putting on him, and he has like free reign to do what he wants going forward, it makes me very curious about the content that we will be receiving from him in the near future. And it sounds like potentially she'll be retiring at the end of the month. I would have to believe that when she retires, she'll still have, some sort of involvement, keeping her kind of toes in the water of what happens, or giving her opinions, or consulting one way or another. I'm sure she'll still play a part, but the decision making will purely come down to Dave Filoni, and then Lynwen Brennan on, I believe, the business elements of it. I think he's doing like all financial business elements, while Dave Filoni is doing everything on the creative production and all that stuff. So we'll just have to wait
I
and see, but I'm excited.
I would hope. I had to look it up. Had been, had a brain fart, but if John Favreau gets involved more than he already is.
Sure. I would hope
I
I
mean,
would
what would be your thoughts if like John Favreau got more involved?
I would hope for that. I think that would be great because him too and his involvement um with Dave Filoni on some of these things has been great. Like John Favreau did really well with The Mandalorian, at least seasons 1 and 2 with Dave Filoni. So I would definitely be okay with that. I just haven't heard anything about Favreau coming back in any way. Um, but
Well,
who's to say he wouldn't?
he's got to be still involved.
With Mandalorian,
Mandalorian, yeah, right?
right?
Or is he not going to be the director for the movie? I I I
Good question.
I guess I never looked that up. If he's the director for the movie of
Favreau.
Mandalorian,
I'm looking it up.
Mandalorian Grogu,
Let's see. Yeah, he's deeply involved with that. So that would make sense. Um,
and then you talked about last time we did a recording, it was that there was definitely for sure another season after the movie, right?
yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like the plan was that there will be another season. Again, that was the plan. Whether it happens or not, we'll
It
see.
is another, yeah, okay.
Um, but hearing that Dave Filoni will be taking over almost makes me feel more confident that there would be another season or something further coming with The Mandalorian because that was Dave Filoni and John Favreau. So it would make sense to me.
And I thought I heard or seen interviews how, I mean, they're actually like really good friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
I can't see why Filoni would take Favreau like away from Mandalorian,
yeah,
if that makes
right.
sense.
That
Like
makes sense. I would hope that he would be brought in for more though. I would love to see more than just
oh, like other
about
project
other
project.
projects outside of man. That's what I thought you were referring to at first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
If there's more projects outside of Mandalorian, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I would love that. Um, but I just don't know if John Favreau will do anything further outside of the Mandalorian. But if they're friends,
Yeah,
then maybe
yeah.
he will. Who knows?
You never know.
I mean, he's a good actor, he's a good director, he's a good um producer. So
And everything I've heard from like side interviews, he loves Star Wars.
good.
So I can't see why, at least give him an opportunity to do another project.
Hmm.
That, but who knows what it'd be. But
I mean, I would give my trust to anything at this point to him. So
to him more than some some of the other ones
oh,
that
for sure. Yeah, the only ones I
so
really have trust right now are, I mean, John Favreau and Dave Filoni. They have my trust.
yeah,
Um,
versus
Tony
Kennedy.
Gilroy, who did Rogue One and Andor, definitely has my trust. Um,
That's it.
no, what's her name? What's her name? Dallas. She played in
Oh, Dallas
Bryce Dallas
Howard.
Howard.
Uh,
Yeah, Bryce Dallas
yeah,
Howard.
yeah.
She has my trust as well too. She's done a really good job.
She directed the one episode that I talked about the last time we recorded was that Mando episode
Yeah,
where he built his N1 Naboo
yeah,
fighter.
she did that one.
She directed that.
Yeah,
Oh, I would trust her.
and I think
Uh, uh, Bryce Dallas Howard.
yep. Let's and I think she. What else did she do? Bryce Dallas.
Well,
Was she?
she was she's an actress,
Yeah, but
And she was in Star Wars, or not Star Wars, the
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
But she,
Did she do any more Star Wars
yeah,
directing?
yeah, she did. And I wonder if she did. She's also, so you remember Tales of the Jedi? You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
And you know Yaddle, who's the female Yoda.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
She's
Yep.
she's the voice of Yaddle.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Maybe I did not know that.
But I want to say, oh, she directed Ahsoka.
The whole season?
Uh, and she said Bryce Dallas or says directing Ahsoka season 2 was the most fun she's had in as an adult. So she's doing season 2 for sure, and I believe she did season 1. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. Did Bryce Dallas Howard direct season 1 of Ahsoka? No, she did not. Oh, she didn't direct any episodes of season 1, but she's directing episodes of season 2. Okay. Do you know who did Book of Boba Fett?
No, I don't. I think I think
Okay.
your I think your boy over there is asking, "Hey, Dad, I think I might need to go outside."
It's like I need attention. You want to go outside? Um, she did direct one episode of Book of Boba Fett, and she did the return.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
so
I'm.
that's the one
Well,
you're talking about.
the episode I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and that was gold. So she has my trust as well. She's a good actress too. Um,
But like her dad,
yeah,
I mean, she just
legend.
a legend. Howard, or
Yeah,
what was his first name? I forget.
Ron.
Ron Howard.
Yep,
Like that's your dad, and she just carried it on,
yep,
and her performance, acting and directing, she knows what she's doing.
yeah. So Dave Filoni, John Favreau, Tony Gilroy, Deborah Chow. I like Deborah Chow. She does good too, or she does well too. And Bryce Dallas Howard have my trust for Star Wars projects. And there's more that could come in, but these are the ones that I've seen so far that have my trust. So yeah, Dave Filoni. Let's bring those people in that have had success with Star Wars. I don't think Tony Gilroy is going to do any more. I think he's already expressed that, but everyone has their price, right? You can always convince
Yeah,
someone with the right amount of money.
yep, yep.
Um,
I
oh,
mean, I think I might know one more person that might be pretty good. Can you guess?
Leslie Headland.
Not much.
No, I am a pretty good director. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't know the first thing about directing. I barely keep this afloat. So, Bryce Dallas Howard also did some Skeleton Crew. So there's that. That was an okay show.
Oh, she did. Oh, she did. Oh, okay.
That
Interesting.
show was good for what it was intended to be. It's not going to be like some overpowering, like, I don't know, box office hit. It was supposed to be like a fun Goonies,
Yeah,
juvenile kind of show, and it was that. It was perfect for that.
and I told you how like last time we were doing our podcast, I said like, is that a bad thing?
Mm-mm.
That we couldn't because we were talking about
Oh,
recapping 2025.
yeah,
We're like recapping like what was like everything. It
we
took
forgot
us
about that.
it took us a hot minute to like oh yeah, they were Skeleton Crew and it was good.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
couldn't but we couldn't remember or but we remembered what was the bad
Oh,
um
Acolyte,
Acolyte?
but that was actually the year before. So the one that
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
remember
So
was
so
actually the
we
year
mixed up
before.
the years.
Yep.
Yeah, but still, how you know? So
What does that in other words, what does that say if you can't really remember? Um,
Skeleton Crew.
yeah,
Yeah, because like going back, I'm just like, oh man, that sucks that we didn't remember that.
yeah, it does kind of suck that we didn't remember it. Not the show sucks.
Oh
We
yeah,
we did
no,
remember
yeah.
Andor. We remembered Andor
Oh yeah,
because that one makes an impression for sure. So
Andor, 10 out of 10.
best in my opinion. We've talked about it, but that from start to finish, best Star Wars show. Mandalorian season 1 and 2 is up there with it, but then you hit season 3 and it's like we drop down a notch, in my opinion. So,
Yep, yep, totally agree.
um, should we shift over to Visions then?
Uh, yeah, might as well. Captain Mudge, lead the way.
Is this your way of getting Star Trek in? Am I like your Captain Kirk here? I forget. Are you Team Kirk or Team uh? Why am I spacing on his name? The other captain.
There's like 8 captains.
Well, there's two men. Picard. Picard.
Yeah. Oh, there's Picard. There's Cisco.
I don't know who Cisco is.
There's Janeway.
Don't know who that is.
So that's why I'm like, oh, what captain are you talking about?
That's fair. That's fair.
No. I grew up on Picard.
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought.
But Kirk would be my second.
Captain Kirk from Iowa.
What?
Captain Kirk from Iowa. You like the Iowa boy, Captain Kirk? Isn't he from Iowa?
Oh yeah. Oh, you weren't coming in.
Oh,
I heard it
you're
is
like, huh?
Iowa. I heard it was Iowa.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Iowa.
no, no, yeah. He's like, he's like, yeah. Have you seen the movies or something?
Well, no, I mean, like I said, I've
One of the movies he goes like, um, yeah, who he was having lunch with this gal. It was when they go back in time. He goes like, "What are you from space?" He goes like, "No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in space."
yeah, the
So
only movies I've seen are the newer ones. Um, the first and second of the newer ones
like
where he
Into Darkness, and then the
yeah,
one,
the first
yeah,
one where he like steals his dad's car and like drives it
yeah,
off a
yeah,
cliff,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
in like the fields of Iowa and stuff like
and
that.
Fields of Iowa,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I'm talking about like William Shatner back in time,
yeah,
and it was funny when he was like talking. God, she's from a show. I can't remember now. But yeah, it's like, what are you from? What are you from outer space? And that's what he goes like. I'm from Iowa. I work in outer space. So
well, and being Minnesota fans, sports fans, collegiate sports fans, we don't look kindly upon Iowa. Well, Iowa Hawkeyes. I guess there's always Iowa State too. So maybe there are some okay Iowa fans out there. I'm only kidding, of course, but all right. Anyways, back to Visions. So these are the last episodes we really haven't talked through with Bogey here. I know I think 2 years ago or something like that, when the volume 2 was originally released, we had gone over the episodes, but now that Bogey's here and he's recently watched them, we wanted to open the space to get his thoughts on these episodes as well. So, and we had gone over all the other ones. We were just waiting on volume 2, episodes 5 through 9. So we will do that today. We'll just jump into the first one, which is episode 5, Journey to the Dark Head.
which episode?
Episode 5, Journey
Oh
to
yeah,
the
episode
Dark
5.
Head.
Okay.
Yep.
And for all you listeners, don't mind me. I got to have like a slipped herniated disc.
He's
So
massaging it out with his
I got a massage gun.
only
I,
used
I,
for massaging the back, right?
yeah, so I don't know. Do you hear it?
No, I don't hear it.
Oh, okay.
At
Good.
least I mean, I don't hear it. I don't know if anyone else is, but hey, your back is important.
I know.
So
I
you
just,
work on that
yeah,
back.
yeah.
We're getting old, remember? So,
Yeah,
um,
we're all old. Get, get old.
so Journey to the Dark Head. This
Ugh.
is the one where the mechanic teams up. Well, I guess it doesn't team up. The mechanic is assigned like a bodyguard, which is a Jedi, and they end up I don't know if it's like a temple or do you do you recall what the buildings actually were? Where it was like dual statues, almost like these tall monuments, and
Oh, so, oh, so just to make sure we're on the same page.
yep,
Journey to the Darkhead,
yes, Journey to the Dark Head.
and this part I wanted to talk to you about more in depth
Yeah,
is are they force sensitive or not? Because she saw a vision, like there's always like all these rocks, and she pulls up a rock and she sees a vision.
yeah,
Does that ring a bell?
slightly. I'm trying to think. Was it in the because there's two parts to this episode. There's like the first part, and then
Yeah,
there's like some time later. Is it in that initial
yeah.
part?
Initial part, and they're telling me like we should tell the Jedi about this like vision
Vision.
that she had,
Okay.
and
Well,
then the,
one way
oh
or another, my interpretation is that that would be the force speaking to whoever, one way or another, whether someone was force sensitive or not. I can't recall specifically if those people or that person was force sensitive, but I would assume to some level if it's a vision, force sensitivity type of a thing.
okay. That's always I want to get your thoughts on that because there was like look like sorry
Sure.
students, but there was this master that had this big beard and
Yep.
everything,
Yep. I can picture that guy.
and he was telling them like, no, we don't need to tell the Jedi. He's like, well, we're in a war, like good versus light,
Yep.
or dark versus light.
Yep. Because they were
Like
because one of the leads was part of that, like one of the, and I think they were like monks. Um,
that's what, yeah, that's a good way to put it, monks. And this monk was telling them like we shouldn't tell the Jedi, but then like, but we're in a war, and this war is never going to end, and we're losing it.
yep,
So there was this back and forth. She she eventually goes off and meets up with like a
Jedi.
there's actually some Jedis
Yep,
like masters, and tells her like her vision that she saw in this rock.
yep,
Does that make
yep.
sense?
That makes sense and rings a bell. Yeah, for sure. Um,
And they were like, I don't know, and then they give her a Padawan
yep. Well,
to go to this planet where she had this vision. She said this would end the war.
and I don't think it was a Padawan. I think she was given a bodyguard, and they
No,
assigned.
it was a Padawan.
Well, the Jedi was a Padawan. I don't think it was her Padawan. If that
No,
makes
yeah,
sense.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
She's not a Jedi.
Right. She's a mechanic, a monk who's
Mechan
become a
Yep.
mechanic. Yep.
Yep. Her like bodyguard was
A Padawan.
a
Yes.
Padawan.
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, that's how. And then they go to this place, and then there's always th these visions that either she's having or the Padawan is having. I can't remember quite exactly um about this like Darth or
Sith
dark
figure.
Sith that's trying to like hunt him down.
Yep.
So then that's where like they have that whole clash.
Yep.
So I thought that was kind of an interesting uh, episode about like because he comes out of nowhere
Yep.
as they're flying to this like destination that she's having this vision of where to go. And
Isn't it
long
like,
story,
oh, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Because I was just going to say, like, isn't she trying to destroy like the dark side?
Yep,
Because like this vision is like this like dark and light like combating each other, and she's like, in order for the light to win, type of a thing, we have to destroy the dark.
yep,
So they want to destroy the dark side of that like temple thing or whatnot.
yep.
And
Sorry, go.
no, I was just
Sorry.
gonna say, and I think the visions were from the Padawan. And long story short, the understanding was like you actually need the balance of the both of light and dark in order for things to be fine. So then they decide not to destroy it, right? Isn't that how it transpired?
Yeah, because it's two statues with
Yeah.
this like ring that
Yep.
goes around, and the two statues, when they arrive, it was her vision
Yeah.
that like we got to destroy one of these like temples or statues that's red. But as I I don't know this other character
Yeah. I don't
that's
remember the name. It was Sith
that's
Dark Force Wielder.
yeah, Sith. They start fighting. Well, she's trying to like shoot like grenades or detonators or whatever at the red, but all of a sudden like the whole bridge and the heads look blue and red.
Yep.
It's like you can't have one without the other.
Yep.
And then so I think she eventually I think somehow does something that kills the Sith wielder.
Well, and isn't she or isn't one of them like falling off that that pillar or whatever? And
He
he's given the option, you can either save the person falling or like destroy the temple, and or am I remembering this wrong?
no. Yeah, you're right. They like part of the like because like I said, it's a circular bridge
Yep.
that goes around these two temples or statues. And it's and there was a moment when they said, if you're gonna have the light, you're gonna have the dark.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can't have. I I think that's what the Sith guy said.
Yeah.
Um. So, anyways, though they fall off, and I think he catches her.
Yeah, because he
No.
chooses to save her
Yeah.
versus destroying the temple.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like he says, again, it's been probably a year since I've seen this episode. But if I recall, I feel like he says something like he realized that the balance is important. So not to destroy that, but at the same time, save her. And that was supposed to be symbolic in some way of like preserving the balance. I can't remember how, but that's kind of
Yeah.
what sticks out to me.
How it's all phrased and everything.
Yeah. Um, I
But
thought the visuals in this was pretty cool though. I thought that
yeah,
tower and the fighting on the tower and everything, like that was pretty badass. That's what I remember most from this episode. So, uh,
because at the end, I think the Sith guy dies. I
I think
think.
so.
Um, yeah, I know he does. And then the mechanic and then the Padawan, they're like, "Oh, we make a good team."
Yep.
Because the Padawan never liked
Yeah,
first
they
one.
were always they were like
Like,
kind of opposites and butted heads a little bit.
yep, yep,
And
yep.
then but through that they were able to
Towards
figure out
the
how to
towards
work
the
as
end.
a team and then they become a good team. So,
So, which there was something. Oh gosh, now it's not gonna take the time. I thought there was something at the end that seemed like could there be another episode?
yeah, because they decide to continue to be partners or something like that.
Yeah,
And they're walking away to like their next adventure type of a thing.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Yep.
So it kind of opened up a window to potential for a continuation of some sort if they wanted to. Um, all right,
So that's how that ends.
should we go to episode 6, the spy dancer?
I think this might be my all time favorite.
For visions.
Um,
It was there was a twist at the end, and like I didn't see that coming.
I
That was
didn't either. I didn't either. That's why I liked it.
so this one it's about like these
So
dancers.
just really quick,
Yeah.
spy dancer
Yep.
is what it's called.
Yep, spy dancer. And it's like this dancing group, this performance group. And they're putting on a show for a bunch of stormtroopers, which I've never seen like a heavy set stormtrooper in Star Wars until they had this
Yeah,
one. I don't know if he's bulky or if he's, just kind of a plumper dude, but like you have like the normal stormtrooper looking dudes, and then there's this animation like kind of a bubbled stormtrooper. Kind of made me chuckle a little bit when I first saw it. Um,
and then I mean they're all coming off like a mud
yeah,
wherever whatever mission they were on. Like
they're all
half of them,
dirty.
half of them look like they got shit on them.
Yeah, for sure. And like the head performance lady, like I don't know if forces, but she like drags them in and be like, "Oh, come, here's your seats," and like sits them down for the performance and everything. Um, so yeah, their performance dance kind of thing reminded, well, no, not really. I was gonna say, kind of reminded me of from the prequel trilogy. That they have that like big blue bubble ball that Anakin and the Emperor are sitting in on.
Who's Mudge?
What's that?
Oh, you froze.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
say the last like 15 seconds we lost
okay.
you.
Well, what I was just saying is their performance kind of a little bit reminds me of Revenge of the Sith when
Reve
yep, Emperor and Anakin are sitting in on that.
Anakin. Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Uh
I was thinking the same thing.
so they're putting on this performance for the Empire, specifically like all these stormtroopers, and then there's like one Imperial officer in there with like a K2 droid. And there's definitely
Don't spoil it.
well, we're
I
talking.
wanted.
I'll let you if you want to take it. Go for it.
No, no. I love how there was a K2 droid that
Yeah,
just came out of nowhere. I was like, that is fucking awesome that they that they brought a K2 droid.
yeah.
But no. But okay, that's all I. But
uh,
you continue.
and so they're gonna put on this performance, and there's definitely like a hidden thing occurring in this, and she's putting like tracker. So during the
Yeah, what?
performance, she's walking around and she's putting like trackers or
Yeah, I
something
was
on
gonna
all of
ask you.
them.
Do you know what was the point of are those trackers or
Yeah,
what
because she
are
put
they?
it was because she put one on the back of the um holocron or whatever that she gave the Imperial, and she when she like met up with her team like after that jump and everything, sh the younger girl asked her like, "What did you do?" And she said, "I gave him a way to find us."
Okay. Oh,
So
oh yeah. Oh, yep.
so I
Okay.
think those
Yep.
were trackers.
Yep.
So I think what she's doing, because she's a rebel, the head woman, which I would associate the rest of the crew's probably on her side and kind of rebels too. My guess is that she's planting these tracker devices to follow Imperial activity on where they're going, where they'll be, just to kind of keep eyes on them as a rebel.
Okay.
And so she can report back to the rest of the rebels, okay, here's the tracking. Now you can follow them wherever they go and do as you wish. That's just my interpretation. I could be wrong. Um, but in the episode, we're seeing a flashback where a mother is holding a child, and the child gets taken by the Imperial, this older Imperial looking dude with a cane and whatnot. And like I feel like we're led to believe that the woman is the child. At least that's what I thought the first time I saw it. Did you think that?
Um. Uh. I'm trying to look up. Oh, what was I looking up? Where you have your eyes, different colors.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because one's blue and one's
What?
yellow.
Yeah.
So that younger girl
I,
must be her
but
daughter because they have the same
yeah.
eye.
Oh, yeah. But then he also has
Yeah, but we
because
didn't
he
see it.
good because he has an eye patch, but the other one's blue.
Yeah. But
So,
we don't see his face yet though, right? At this point, we don't see we're I think we're led to believe that that Imperial is the one that took the child until the lead woman has that realization, because remember the
well,
vision that or the flashback where they show the Imperial coming and there's the mother holding the child.
but so remember she has this like necklace thing,
Yeah.
and you don't know what it really is until she gives it to him, and then he's on like his like Empire ship,
Yeah.
looking Darth Vader style, looking out the window, and he like pulls it up, and it shows, and to me that's him.
Oh yeah. I mean that's what the final reveal was.
Reveal, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before we get to the reveal, they show like it's during the performance that she's giving to all the stormtroopers and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah,
she
he's
sees the
oh
Imperial, and
oh
she has that like
yeah.
flashback, and you see that scene where there's a mother holding a child, and this old Imperial guy comes and essentially takes the child. Like when I first saw that, I was thinking that she was the child that was taken, and we don't know who that mother was. That was just my original. I now watching the whole episode, or after watching the episode, I know that's not true because it's revealed that that child is actually the Imperial officer that's in attendance. And then that lead dancer is the mother of that child. So the child that was taken, her son, turned out to be the Imperial officer, because I think she thought that Imperial, because we never really got to see his face yet. I think she thought that Imperial officer was the
No,
one that
I
that
I, I
kidnapped
have
the.
I have it up right now.
Oh, dude,
You do see his face. It's
darken.
when he's at her son is at like it's like this. Like
Yeah.
you don't see his face
Yep.
until at the last minute she was gonna stab him,
Yep.
and then looks at him, is like, that's not who I thought it was. And he's got an eye patch, but and one of his eyes is blue.
Yep. Because I think we were led to believe that that originally was the Imperial officer that abducted the child.
That yep, yep,
Yep.
yep.
So then yeah, she when she goes to stab him in the neck with the whatever pike thing that she has was part of her dance outfit, she realizes it's her son, like freezes, and then ends up like falling. And then her daughter like comes to the rescue and jumps down and catches her, and they make it all appear as being part of the performance, so no one really like thinks anything of it. Um, and then her mood changes and is like, we everyone's got to get out of here. So she sends everyone on the way and she stays back. Um, and then
Now, now, do you think she's like between her and her daughter force sensitive?
no, I
Because
don't.
because how she's like whipping her like
Yeah, I don't
her.
think. I don't think she's necessarily. I mean, she could be. I, I could be very
I
wrong.
know that I
My
wanted to get
interpretation was that
your
that's just
your
part
thoughts.
of. I my interpretation is that's just part of like being anime. Anime is usually like over the top type
Eh,
of a thing.
yeah, that's what. But I just wanted to get your
Yeah, I
thoughts.
I don't think she's force sensitive in my opinion, but I think there's just rebels and Imperials and stormtroopers in there. Um, but before she joins up back up with her crew, she gives her son like I don't know the projector hologram type thing.
That's what I
Uh,
was telling earlier.
yep,
Yeah,
where it's like a
it
picture
was
of
like
him as a baby
yep, because that was like it
and
was like it was like a necklace.
necklace type
Like,
of a thing,
yep,
and
she
she
took that
put
off and gave it to him,
and put
and
a
then
tracker on it too,
yeah, which again, that'd be awesome if they make you know
a
continuing
continuation.
to this episode because like I said, this was awesome, and I love the whole fight with Kate, the K2SO type droid.
Yeah, just like snaps that other droid in half.
Yep, yep, yep.
It's kind of like that. It's like they always got to kill one of the good guys, and it's always like has to just be a droid because then it's like not as
It's
devastating.
devastating, but
Yeah.
it's still like hell yeah.
And it always, I mean, it's a droid, so you can always repair it. So there's that
Yeah,
option too.
there's no impact because it's just a droid.
It's not Revan being stabbed twice and coming back to life both times.
Yeah.
So,
So
or not Revan, Riva from Obi-Wan Kenobi show, because she gets stabbed twice and survives both of them. That's not that droid you can do at any time. Um, yeah, so I enjoyed this episode. Uh, probably one of the better ones from the season. Obviously, you find it to be your favorite of all three seasons. Um, what is it about the episode that makes it just stand out that much to you?
the like the artwork, um
It's a good story too. It's a good story.
and yeah, the story, um and there's even a moment where you have like eight AT-ATs
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
just blown away at the dome while she's having this final battle with which like the sun, but like how they she's trying to convince him like I know who you are.
Yeah,
You're my son, and talked about like um and then you have these like flashback moments, and then right now I'm watching right now she like they're on top of this dome and she hugs him. So I don't know. It brought up a lot of emotion,
Sure.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So like I
It
don't.
was you feel it was a deep episode,
Yeah,
connecting emotion with a good story, good visual anime. Yeah, I mean
and
that
that's why
totally makes sense.
hope there's another episode after this, or if there'll be a continuation or not. And then also like the daughter um has to be right. That that
Has to be.
has to be because they have the same thing with the
Yeah.
eyes.
Yep.
And how she wanted to be part of the fight all the time, and the mom was no, you're not ready, you're not ready.
Yep.
But like well, watching right now, like
But at the
she's like,
same time, and it's kind of neat that, she's saying you're not ready, but then it's the daughter who ends up saving
yeah,
the mother
ex-
on two different occasions. One,
yeah, I would
when
say,
she froze after almost killing the Imperial and then falling, and then she she ties the thing and jumps down and catches her. And then the second time was when the mother's jumping to the ship and she jumps out too and
yeah,
kind of catches
yep.
them as they're flying away. So in two different instances, the daughter saved the mother. Um, which would give you the impression maybe she is ready. She seems more
Yeah.
ready than you think she might be.
Which brings like right now, I'm right when that happens, then it goes back to him holding the relic or necklace or
Yeah.
whatever.
And that's when he
And
takes off his hat. And he also has the two kind of,
it's got the tracker, like you said.
yep. And he's got the two spikes on the head because when he takes the hat off, you see that, which is what both the mother and the daughter have as well. So
Yeah.
they're just giving you all the indications that that's, you know, their son and brother, essentially.
So
Um, yeah,
that's what to me, like, there was a lot of emotion
yeah.
in this episode that made me like really appreciate
Attached to it.
and love this episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one too. I feel like this season I liked volume one more than volume two, but this one was definitely a standout one from volume two.
I could see that, yeah.
Um,
Like per episode,
yeah,
which one, like your
season
count.
one just had more hits to me than this, but
Exactly. I'm saying,
that one was a really good one. Um, episode seven, The Bandits of Golak. So this is where like the brother is, I think it's a brother or assumed to be brother, um, is protecting the his sister, and they're like on a train or whatnot. And they're obviously like trying to keep hush hush. She is definitely force sensitive. So they're fleeing from being caught from like Inquisitor or whatnot. And they're on a train and they see like suckers or lollipops that are being handed out.
lollipops.
And the sister wants one of them. And the brother is like, no, no, no. And then eventually he caves and he goes, gets her one. And as he gets up to go get one, she uses the force to grab like the flute out of his backpack and then starts playing it. And he's like, what is she doing? And then her using the force caught the attention of other patrons and riders on the train. And they start reporting it to the stormtrooper on the train to inform the Empire. So then the stormtrooper is like approaching the sister, and the brother sees that, and he's like, "Oh crap! I have to form some kind of a distraction." So he like ends up stealing all the lollipops and running off, and like showing the stormtrooper, "I just stole
Yeah.
it! Well, come after, come in!" So then that draws their attention, and he like gets on the top of the train and whatnot, and then um, I spacing on how they get there from there to how do they escape that situation and then get to the
Yeah,
village?
because I'm looking at because it becomes a whole like a train because they're on a train
Hmm.
and
But
they're
how do they go
trying
from the train to the village? Like, how do they escape the Empire or the stormtroopers? That's what I can't remember.
because the brother gets on top of the train, she's underneath, while the stormtroopers are trying to all of a sudden they figured this all out. Um, somehow he let me see if I can because like I said, everyone on the train is like she used the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, and pointing to a stormtrooper used the force to get the flute, and then the brother's like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Yeah, because
Because
he
then
he steals the suckers or the lollipops.
he takes all the lollipops, and then all of a sudden all the stormtroopers are after him
Well,
instead.
but either way, I mean, they end up evading them somehow. I can't remember how they get away, but they do. And then they come to this village.
Oh, and then there's always kind of like a what do you call it, like a raiders.
Well, they have stormtroopers on speeders that are following the train too.
Yeah, but they also have all these raiders that are like on horses,
Oh,
or
that's right. That's right.
and then they go into this tunnel.
Yeah.
So anyone that was still on top or because it was so narrow.
So the tunnel helped them evade the situation.
Yep. So
And then,
all the stormtroopers and then um these what do you want to call them, raiders
yeah, we'll
or
just call them raiders. They're from the village, right?
I think so.
And then they bring the brother and sister back to the village. And then they speak to the elder there. And I think the elder like gives some advice. I think she knows that the girl's force sensitive. Again, I'm trying to recall this from like a year ago. Um, but there's an inquisitor who followed them who to this location and um essentially started fighting them, right? Started fighting the elder because there was another Jedi
Oh,
there.
oh, yeah. This is the one where I was talking about. Looks like a um. If you were to take Las Vegas in like a Japanese temple
Yeah,
and
and mix
and
it
make it
together.
and make mix it together, and they're all having a party, and there's all these different races and everything,
Yeah.
and then that's when they get in that big fight. And you said this is where they have like the
Well, there was plagiarizing.
plagiarizing.
Yeah, because the fight
So
because was it a Jedi elder that was there?
yeah, yep,
Yeah, and
yep,
she's the one
yep,
that fights the Inquisitor to protect the kids because
yep.
she figures out that that girl is force sensitive, so she's going to protect her and fight this Inquisitor.
And
Um,
Kane, I think that turned into two sabers.
something like that. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I and Bogey hasn't seen this yet, so I want to get his like opinion. And so I'm gonna pull it up for you to watch really quick. So let me again, similar to what we do on our trailer reaction videos, I'm gonna pull it up on my iPad. So let me share my screen.
Lincoln's like, I want to watch too.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Share screen. All right, can you see my screen?
It's still loading. Yep, I see it.
Okay. So watch this and tell me what you think, okay?
Okay. Is that it?
So now it's just cycling, I think. But do you think that was taken?
I mean, it's not a double lightsaber,
Well, I mean, they
but
could have just
but
been like, we're going to change it
but
up, so we'll put a double lightsaber in.
but the the force push.
The choreography is all the same.
Yes. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
So do you think that Studio 88 created this this Visions episode? Do you think Studio 88 or whoever created this watched this and then took it from it? I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I mean, oh, that's a good question. I don't know. That's answer.
In my opinion, it's too close to be coincidence.
God, I don't know. Just because, like, look at how much content we've had, let's say, for the last since Star Wars started. Does it look similar?
I would say yes. I would say because this is a fan film, so I feel like whoever created the fan film was created first. That was created prior to this Visions episode being created.
And that's why I think I brought it up the last time we're talking about this my first time seeing it. Sure to copyright it.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if they did. I mean, is fan film product like this copyrighted? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whether
I'm almost 100% sure you can copyright something like this, and like to say, and you put it on YouTube. Yeah, then you have all the right to sue and practically win.
Yeah, but then if you recall when we were talking last time, it sounds like if you subscribe to Disney Plus, you also agree to not sue.
Anyway, but I told you, you always
can.
That's bullshit statement. You can always sue. Especially if you have it copyrighted.
So do you think whether this was copyrighted or not, whether it's plagiarism or not, do you think they took that from, do you think Visions Studio or the studio that created this episode of Visions took that from?
That's a good question. I mean, God, at least I would say a good portion of that look like the same thing.
And
like I said, the double lightsaber, Darth Maul double lightsaber. Does that make it not? Like, you know, you can't sue us.
well, I'm saying like put aside this. I'm saying put aside like the suing and all the legal elements to it. Did Studio 88 take that from that fan film and use it and change it up a little bit and put it in their episode.
I, I, yeah, I could see your point.
Because I would have to say yes, because I just
Like, I could see the point of like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying us. I'm
right.
saying like I could see like someone's like else's perspective could say like, yeah, I see your point. Yeah, it kind of looks like you just duplicated what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't that such a I don't know hard to say where what side do you where do you go with if that makes sense?
No, it makes sense. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I feel like there are, it's one thing if like one move or two moves were like put consecutively that match something else, but the number of moves that were replicated in a row, it to me,
It's a good point.
it's hard to be like, oh, that's just coincidence. Like,
That's a good point.
and
That's a good point.
for context, like I'm someone that also like doesn't truly believe in coincidences too much. Like I, I don't think coincidences always happen just like happenstance. Um, so I feel like it's not a coincidence. It was directly taken. Again, that's not to say that whether or not they had the right to do it. I just think whoever created that visually, whoever was doing the choreography with that animation, had previously seen that fan film and was like, that's pretty cool. Those are some pretty cool moves and visuals put together. I'm going to replicate that. It just, I think the odds of that happening as a coincidence is just too extreme, too large to be a coincidence. But I don't know. That's for the courts and everything to decide. Because I know that they're talking about um, looking into suing for stealing that, but I don't know. Good luck fighting Disney lawyers and everything if you're just producing a fan film and whatnot. I don't know what will come up with it, but I just thought that was kind of interesting to see and kind of fascinating. And at the same time, like I think Disney has almost just as much right to say, like, hey, you're creating fan films using our content. Like, is there an element of plagiarism to that? Like, only you wouldn't have been able to be successful, or you wouldn't have created that if it weren't for our product first or George Lucas's product. So it kind of goes both ways. I don't think there's really harm out of making a fan film, and there's probably a little more harm if you're a franchise like Disney and you're stealing from a fan film versus the other way around. Like, just my opinion, but we'll see what comes, if anything, from it. But yeah, and then in that episode, the Jedi defeats. Does the Jedi defeat the Inquisitor, or is it the? I can't remember how that ends.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, cause yeah, because
Yeah,
they leave, and then doesn't the Jedi gives a lollipop to the girl, right? Isn't it like a little nod to what happened earlier in the episode?
God, yeah, I can't remember.
And the girl gives the Jedi the flute. So the Jedi must have defeated the Inquisitor. That would make sense. All right.
You give me 30 seconds, I'll find out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's coming up. I think that's how it happens. I think the Jedi defeats the Inquisitor.
Yep. So yeah, here we go. And Luke comes up out of the water, but it's that pool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep,
in that town,
yep,
and she uses the Force to like it's like a journey down down to like where what do you want to call it, like a hidden base
yep.
to hide the Jedi. So I think that's but yeah, she defeats the
The Inquisitor.
yeah. Why is my uh whatever.
Acting
It,
Disney Plus acting up.
yeah, it like pauses and like freezes and then it's like spinning.
Oh. Um.
But anyways, yeah, that's how.
What what I what I thought was pretty cool about this was kind of it felt like kind of like a Middle Eastern story in Star Wars with anime, and I thought that was pretty cool because I mean,
For anime, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
because
think
usually
of
it's more like Asian, Japanese, kind of themed for the anime, and this was more of an Indian, Middle Eastern, and that music influence on it was really cool. Again, I'm all about the soundtracks. The visuals in this was really cool. It was more of I guess it was less anime and more of that like digital CGI type of a thing, right?
oh, yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
less anime, more computer generated, but I still thought the visuals were cool. And again, the visuals of the saber fighting. I mean, that's what I feel like Star Wars does best, anyways. So, um, those were all elements I thought were really cool. All right,
Uh,
I know we're crunching on time, so I don't know. Should we
yeah.
just move on to episode 8, The Pit?
I don't know. I think I'm
You're hitting the limit.
yeah.
Well, and we did kind of talk about The Pit and Ayu's song those last two episodes when
Yeah.
previously. So, and
Yeah.
we went into depth with The Pit, so I think we're kind of good there. And Ayu's song, it was good, but excuse me, it wasn't necessarily one of my favorites, and that's probably the one I remember the least. So I don't
Yeah.
mind skipping
Yeah.
that one. Um,
Because like I was saying, we went in depth on the couple episodes. We like the pit and IU song. I think we actually did. I think we
last week
really
or not last week, last
uh
time we
the
talked.
last yeah on those two episodes. That's all we got left.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
I think
we're
we're good
good.
on Visions.
I really just really want to talk about Spy Dancer because I thought the anime and just like especially like the dancing she
Yeah.
had and while she's throwing trackers on like that was I don't know, the artwork was so amazing that to me I think I have to look back at different episodes that might be at least in my top three
Okay.
episodes, just the artwork and the animation and everything.
Yeah.
So I
I
just
I
want
I still hold true. I just love the dual episodes, both of them, and I love
oh
The Ninth
yeah,
Jedi. The Elder one still really stands out to me. That's the one with the two Jedi that encounter that old guy, old Sith from the first volume, and the
okay,
Jedi is the voice or is voiced by what's his face from Stranger Things, Hopper. Um, I really like that one too. So, but overall, I think what Disney is doing with Visions is great. Like, I think it's a great platform
you
to
still
bring
there
in.
much?
Yeah, I'm
You,
still.
you,
Yep, can
yeah,
you hear me?
you froze for about 20 seconds.
Darn it. Well, I'll just repeat what.
No, you gotta
Dang
say it.
ferret.
Dang ferret.
What show overplayed that? That was something recent, wasn't it? Where they kept saying "Dang Ferric" all the. Oh, that was from Visions. That was one of the
Yeah,
volume
yeah,
3. They
yeah.
kept saying "Dang Ferric." It's like, okay, let's slow down on the "Dang Ferric" a little bit. Um, but what I was just saying is, overall, I think what Disney is doing with Visions is good. it's a great like testing ground for, introducing different styles or non-canon stories for Star Wars. Like, I think that's great. I think the episodes have been hit or miss. There's some really good ones. There's some not so good ones and ones in between. And I think that's okay because, again, to me, this is kind of a testing ground for different stories that you wouldn't normally see in Star Wars. As long as they put the tag of these being non-canon, I think that's okay. And hey, we're going to get a continuation series of the Ninth Jedi, so I'm looking forward to seeing what comes from that. And who knows, maybe if they do that, does that then end up becoming canon because they're introducing it as a more fleshed out story? We'll see. Outside of Visions and what the news with Dave Filoni, the only other thing that we were thinking of talking about was Bogey and I want to do some Legos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we'll just quickly touch on Legos, and I know we want to do some building like as part of like an episode. So we'll see what we can do there. I don't know if you saw my text that I sent that I did like a testing one where I did a build while recording. I thought that was pretty fun. So maybe we'll do some.
Was that one like the small?
Yeah, it was just a small little Lego build.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I did see that.
I don't know where I put it, but yeah. And it was really quick and everything. So I thought I was more doing it as a testing ground. Like, where would I have my cameras? How would I have like the format of it?
Yeah, and yep.
And it worked out pretty well. So I don't know if we'll do like the same Lego builds or maybe we'll do different ones at the same time. If we do same ones, we could race, but then it's hard to talk if we're trying to race at it too. But
I
we'll
mean,
figure it out.
I'll just like Millennium Falcon style with the Razor Crest. Oops.
Restart.
And then we just restart.
Didn't Harrison Ford do that with something?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. The
Uh,
Millennium Falcon, like,
uh,
oops.
Man, I've always wanted to do one of those big ones, but they cost like $600, and I'm not going to
Oh
invest that
my
much
gosh.
money into a
Well,
Lego.
what was it like last month? I was talking about like how much I'm like really wanted to get the Enterprise
Oh, that's right.
Star Trek. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
When I've seen now actually like video of people like, and I was like, oh my God. And it's like, I don't know if it's how many thousand pieces that that takes. And like I laughed with my brother. And I was like, "You want to go halvesies on this?" And he goes, "Fuck no." He's like that. He's like that. That's too expensive. And then he's like, "What do you do with it afterward?"
Display it, of course. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
show
what I
your
told.
work.
That's what I told him, and he's like, well, whatever."
Well, that and so anyone out there wants to help Bogey get his Enterprise. I know we're probably preaching to the wrong audience in terms of like Star Trek.
You got your
Go
hater.
fund me.
You got your Star Trek and you got your Star Wars. You're you got your Minnesota Vikings and you got your Green Bay Packers.
Go Pack, go baby. Saturday, Bears. Let's go. Wrong sport. Um,
No, actually, like I hope it ends in a tie.
the Bears Packers playoff game end in a tie.
I know you can't. That's not possible, but
Right. You just excuse me, it's getting late. You just want both teams to lose. Is that what your idea
if
situation?
that's possible, uh, uh-huh.
Rude. You have friends that are Packers. No, I feel the same way if it was Vikings Bears. Don't worry. The only team I don't care about in the North is like the Lions. So it's like if the Packers wouldn't win the division, I would just rather the Lions win it.
No,
Like I have no animosity or I no ill will against the Lions. So
No, I'm in the same boat. If anyone that deserves like a little fun and victory, it's the
it's
Lions.
Lions. I mean,
Because
I love I love my friends that
they've
are
been
Vikings fans, but I don't love the Vikings. I hate the Vikings. What were you gonna say
but
about the
like
Lions though?
oh, no, it's like they deserve a little fun. Like we're like
Hey, they had their 2 years. They had their 2 years.
yeah, they
Now they're gonna go back.
well yeah, but they've had so many years of just being dog shit that you're kind of like you kind of feel bad for them. So
Yeah,
it's like oh, if there's gonna be a team, let them win at least a round
right.
in the playoffs. So
But no, they lost as a 1 seed, unfortunately, last year. Do you miss
it,
Sam
it
Darnold yet?
oh my God, I don't know what the Vikings are gonna do anymore.
Do
Like
you want JJ or
I'd give them one more year.
1 more year? It stinks because
It's
I, as
either,
much as I don't like the Vikings, you guys have a great coach. I really like your coach.
but he couldn't do anything with JJ.
Is that on him? Well, I mean, there's a level of accountability there, sure.
So that's where I stand right now. It's like, well, how come? Like, oh, he's a QB whisperer. Well, why did JJ suck at? Like, he had probably like an entire season, probably had 2 games, I would say, that were outstanding. And then he can't, and then on top of that, he can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So, ah, do you rather go get someone that somewhat has a like a veteran, like when we brought in Sam Darnold, um,
I mean,
even Carson Wentz looked decent
would you go for
under.
Malik Willis?
That's funny you bring that up because I saw there's a big rumor that they might go after him. At least they have a backup.
I mean, I think Malik Willis has proven himself to at least have another shot at a starting position.
Because do you
That
think the
that dude balls.
you think the Packers are going to keep him?
I think they're gonna want to keep him. I don't know if they're gonna be able to.
Oh,
I don't.
Ford.
I don't know if they're gonna want to pay the amount he's gonna want for a backup quarterback. But I mean, Love
I
also hasn't stayed healthy for a full season in his first 3 seasons, so it's not a bad idea to have someone like him on the wings just in case. I mean, look at how many games in the past couple of years Willis has started for the Packers. It's been quite a few.
yeah, it's probably
Two last or
yeah, I'd say probably
three last year, two
two.
this year,
I was gonna say like
three this year.
the ratio might be 2/3 Love, 1/3.
Yeah, at least close to that.
I might be wrong.
Because I think, let's see, how many games has Willis started for the Packers? I know we're getting off topic here, but
Yeah, that's what this channel is all about. Getting off topic.
he started 2 games in 2024 and what's this quarterback Malik Willis started 2 games for Green Bay Packers in 2024 season after Jordan Love was injured, leading the team to a victory in both, but also played in relief, making a total of 3 starts across his time with the team by late 2024, early 2025. Yeah, because he played most of that last game
I was
last
gonna
year.
say
So it's essentially 3 games last year.
I was just gonna say like there's starts and then there's relief.
Yeah.
So, but okay, so you found the stat for that. Okay.
And then he's been in 3 games that so he's played maybe 6 games for the Packers in 2 seasons. So It's a good. It's a
Well,
good portion.
is that? Yeah, I would say. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's still
It's
it,
enough
it, I
to
know.
affect a season.
And though not this year, but last year, didn't he win all of them?
Yeah, the ones he started, he won.
Yep. Because
So
I
it's like
because I knew someone that's um um a Packer fan. He goes like, "Screw Jordan Love. I want Malik Willis to be our starter."
I wouldn't go to that level.
Uh,
I think it's more they tone down the play. Like my problem with the pack, well, one of my problems with Packers, I like LaFleur, but I don't like his play calling. I think he doesn't do that great of a job with offensive play calling. I think he overcomplicates things. So when Love is in there, it's like overcomplicated. But then when they bring in the backup, they really tone everything down and make it be easier to be successful. So then Willis flourishes and everything seems to be more like in tune. It's like, why don't we just do that with Love?
that's exactly how I feel about KOC,
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
He overcomplicated things
For
with
JJ.
for JJ, where someone in his early like uh, God, when did we hire him? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when we still had Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He could understand the playbook and know what to do.
Sam Darnold could too.
And Sam Darnold, veteran guys that could come in, and I would say even like the 2 or 3 weeks we had
Wentz.
Carson Wentz, he was served. He could do kind of. Was he great? But could he do the job? Yeah. So
Serviceable.
so I don't know. That's why I don't know. I'll be curious how we go about this off season because I don't know.
I mean, I agree. I think you got to give JJ at least one more year, especially
That
since his first year he came off of injury. This year he's been in and out of injury. So if he can stay healthy, see what he can do, and show signs of improvement, and then maybe you guys will get on track. I still
that's
don't, I will never understand. I mean, I vividly remember being were you in you weren't in the fantasy football league last year, right?
no, just this year. This year was my first.
Uh Talking about a mutual fantasy football league that Bogey and I are in now. It's same friend group. So last year, so you know how we have that like text group with the fantasy
Yep,
football
yep.
group. So with the one last year, that text group was like totally down on Sam Darnold after the performances the Lowe's last two games. And they're like, oh, get rid of Sam Darnold. Like, need to move on. He can't win the big game, blah, blah, blah. And I just vividly remember, like, do you guys really want to move on from Sam Darnold, the guy who put up MVP numbers, who went 14-3, who beat the Packers twice? I'm like, if you want to, okay, I'm okay with that because it makes me feel better going into the next season. But like, I'm like, this was his first experience in playoff football. Like now that he's got that under his belt, let's see what happens. But I think jumping to the gun a little too quickly, playing off emotion a little too quickly to want to get rid of Sam Darnold. Now he's the number one seed in the NFC.
With Seattle,
Seattle.
it's like
That
I
could have been
mean,
you guys.
the only portion that I was like, we don't know if it was a like what do you call it, like a 1 year wonder, like.
I don't think so.
But
Because
at the time,
sure,
in what he was gonna, for contract wise, pay him pay him a ransom to stay if you don't know for sure if he was going to be
Well, Seattle was willing to pay it.
good for them. That I think that's where a lot of Minnesotans were like, well, if you want to pay him that much, I was hoping we were going to keep Daniel Jones.
I mean, that would be another good. And he did well
But
this year too. That's fair.
yeah, look how good. But we didn't keep him either, so it's just like, what's left in the garbage can? Oh, Carson Wentz. Oh, sure, sign him.
Malik Willis, maybe go for Malik Willis. I don't know.
Well, I know, but I think Malik Willis is. I was talking about like this past
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
but
yep, I got it.
Malik Willis, I think, is gonna get a decent payday.
Yeah, he'll get a second chance for sure. Because who was he on before? Tennessee, and
Yeah. Yep.
Tennessee's been not that great of a franchise, so it might have been more of a system and a franchise issue than a Malik Willis issue. But
Well, look at their coaching. Their coaching is just
yeah,
like
yeah. Ever since what's his face left, then it was like a new coach quite frequently. What was his name? He was there for so long. He start.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But then even when they had Mike Vrabel,
yeah.
they cut his ass after one like bad season. Look
Yep,
who's in the playoffs. The Patriots.
yep.
He
Man,
just he went there and now they look good.
does it feel like
Uh
a flashback to like a decade ago? Because it's like, all right, the good teams are the Patriots. For a while, it was the Colts that were doing well in there too. The
yeah.
Broncos. It's like, man, the Steelers. Are we going back to like the Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, like AFC years, or what?
Yeah.
Um,
No, I totally feel like all the teams that were good back then are now
yeah,
good
good
again.
again. It's crazy. Um,
And then even the Packers. No.
the this this is what the Packers do. They're good enough. I mean, they've been one seed many times in like first round exit. Well, not first round, but first matchup exit for them. Wisconsin sports, professional sports has this thing to like they'll do really well and then they'll like break your heart in like the first playoff game. They always have, and this is for baseball too. This is for the Brewers, or not. This is Brewers, Bucks, and Packers. There's always key injuries that take place right before the playoffs start, and then it's like, well, our chances are done. So like similar thing with this year that's with the Packers, except we have what
Who's
six
for at least the Packers got a big injury?
Parsons. We've
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Okay.
losing
Uh,
Parsons totally changed the dynamic of our defense. Uh, we we have 16 people on IR, many of them starters. So like we lost our best tight. We've lost our top three tight ends, but we lost our best tight end in Tucker Craft. We lost our best pass rusher in Micah Parsons. Our best offensive line in Tom. Um, Love was out for a while. Our top receivers were, I mean, Christian Watson joined in into half of the season, and then he was out again for a while. Reed has been out most of the season. It's like we we always limp into playoffs with so many injuries for all of our sports. I mean, Bucks, it's always like it's either Giannis is injured or Middleton's injured or Lillard was injured going into the playoffs that one year. And the Brewers, it's, I mean, you name a pitcher or whatnot. It's what Wisconsin sports does. We're good early
but
on.
Giannis coming to Minnesota.
Giannis is not going to Minnesota.
Y- eh, You're what do you feel about your team?
Well, we're going to be nothing once Giannis is gone, if he's gone.
I know that's exactly it. And will Giannis demand a trade?
Well, apparently I saw an update that he shut down all trade talks today, but that could just be
Oh, he
him.
did. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that could be him like detouring wanting to talk about it. So I don't know what the full context of that is. I just saw a little notification from either ESPN or X or something that said Giannis shuts down all trade talk. Who knows what that could mean? So
Okay, because I thought I was hearing rumors that he wants to go to a contender and win.
I mean, I would assume anyone would unless they want to stay where they are, but
Yeah,
who knows?
who knows?
But
And like you said, it could be all rumor talk. Who knows?
it's best just to wait until something actually happens
And then talk about it.
and then the conversation can. We don't do that with Star Wars because that's not what this podcast is for. We're speculating, we're opinions and thoughts, but um sports wise, I'll hold off on that stuff. um
I heard Kennedy's not retiring. Did you see this?
who?
Kathleen Kennedy?
Oh, she's not retiring?
Yeah, I was just looking it up.
Where was that from?
I know, I just popped up. Gotcha.
Oh, thank God. I was
I'm
like,
just
damn it.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, like, for our loyal listeners that have been around since Zach has been on here, he was giving us some of this information. I'm like, Zach is a credible source, and he's telling me all these things. And then Forbes is talking about. I'm like, ah. And then you just said, I'm like, wait, what? don't
I had to get you.
don't put that out into the manifestation of like truth. You need to take that back because we want Filoni taking out.
Yes. We
I can't wait. I mean, there's no guarantee that things will get better with Filoni, but at least it puts me in a position where like I want to see like maybe it will. Let's find out what happens. So, um, to be determined. But
what's that scene in Wayne's World? We're not
woo,
worthy.
we're not
We're
worthy.
not worthy.
Yeah,
We're not worthy.
exactly. Dave Filoni, take us to the promised land as Star Wars fans. Like, let's get this ship right. Like, let's do it.
God,
And
can we just like pay an I don't know, whatever. George Lucas, come back.
yeah, that would be my number one preference. I don't see that in the cards just because of his
I
age.
know, I know. Yeah.
But
But you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah, oh yeah.
if you want guaranteed success, it's gotta I mean
Uh, George
George
Lucas.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I agree. If you want guaranteed success, it's George Lucas. Um, Granted, I think I would want someone else doing like the script writing and everything because there were some lines from the prequels that I get rid. Like the acting wasn't the best in
Well,
the prequels, but
yeah,
that's George Lucas is about storytelling. So I want George Lucas. If George Lucas was writing the story, it's going to be gold. Um, I feel if it's Dave Filoni, I feel good. I have confidence. It's not George Lucas confidence, but there's confidence. I tell you what, it's a hell lot more than Kathleen Kennedy confidence in terms of running things. So,
yes. I
um,
mean, I just hope Filoni like brings down John Favreau, maybe as like like his story writing creativity of
sure,
trying to pick of like future. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
we'll see, but a lot of things to be optimistic about. And with that, I think we will close there. I don't want to get your back hurting any more than it already is.
I
Uh,
know, like I need it like really, yeah.
really bad, and
It's start it's getting it's
it's
starting to hurt.
almost 12:30, so we will
I
wrap
know.
things up. Um, as usual, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, comment, rate, review, all the above. We greatly appreciate it. Yep, exactly. Once we hit 200 subscribers, see, I can't talk, it's too late. Once we hit 200 subscribers, we will have a prize giveaway. At 500 subscribers, we will give away a lightsaber. And we're not talking about one of those little extending ones that I just got my son Jackson. I'm talking about the actual like theory saber dueling type. That's a lot of fun to mess around with and hit your friends with. But you're not going to want to miss out on that giveaway. But you got to subscribe and you got to be public so we know whose name to enter into the drawing. So yeah, don't miss that. Speaking through our social media handles, so you can find us on Twitter at DetBlockAA23pod, on Instagram at Detention_block_AA_23, and then our Facebook group and YouTube channels, Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast, and then you can find us on TikTok at DetBlockAA23. Thanks for listening in to us today. We finally made it through Visions, so now we're on to other things like Lego. And the new year. Again, this was the first episode for season 6, so looking forward to what the future of this year has for us and the number of Legos we're going to build. Let's get Bogey that Enterprise ship so he can build that, and then we'll get him some other Star Wars ones that we can build along. But anyways, have a great rest of your day, have a great rest of your week, and we look forward to next week when we talk more Star Wars with all you fans out there. So till then, as always, may the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. All right, catch you later.
Thanks for calling. This is Han Solo, and I'm going to be keeping you company for the next few hours right here on the midnight shift. Something's telling me